When you first begin working with a Foredom flex shaft or micromotor system, you'll notice that there are a lot of different accessories available to you, and that can be a little bit overwhelming. Well, Foredom has put together a wonderful kit, the AK11, which is a 43-piece set, to introduce you to some of the various different tools. Hi, I'm Melissa Muir. Let's take a look at some of these accessories now and what they look like. Any of these accessories will work with your quick change hand pieces on the flex shaft, whether it's the 18, the 20, or the 10. You can also use it with the Foredom micromotors as long as it has a 3/32 inch collet installed. As I mentioned, each one of these items has a 3/32 inch mandrel, and that allows you to use any of those quick change hand pieces. When you buy the AK11, you are going to get this 43-piece assortment that has a number of different things in here. Now, sometimes this kit can change, and that's actually for the good. So sometimes, as the technologies change and new things come out, one accessory may be removed and another put into its place, just to help you have a better experience trying some of these out. Now, this accessory kit is not necessarily made for any specific purpose, but rather to give you a variety of items to use and first try out, especially when you're just getting started, because like I said, it can be a little bit overwhelming, and this allows you to really jump in and try out a few things to see what works best with your work. Now, included in the kit is an insert that will introduce you to a few of the different attachments in here. It will give you some very important information, such as the grit as well as their speed range. You want to pay very close attention to their speed range, because if you take something that's a little too high, then you are going to end up damaging or breaking that particular item. So let's take a look at some of the accessories that are included in this. So starting off, some of my very favorite ones are going to be these little sanding drums. The sanding drums are going to be used with a mandrel that has kind of a round barrel in here. To use this, you would make sure that your screw is loose, insert your drum, use a screwdriver to tighten this up, and that will hold your barrel into place. Then you would be able to insert this into your handpiece, and it becomes something that's great for getting inside of things like rings or bracelets or any kind of a curved inner circle. Next up, I really like the 3M radial discs. To give you an idea about how some of these things work. So for instance, they have given us 6 different wheels of the radial discs from 3M. So the 3M radial discs come in different sizes. These are the 3/4 inch wheels, and what I'm going to do is just insert them onto our little screw mandrel. You could insert more. I usually like to work with 3 at a time, but you could put all 6 of them on there and that would be fine. In this case, I'm just going to go with a 4-ply, so I'll have 2 left over. So you can see that I've inserted them. You want to make certain that they all go the same direction, and then you'll screw the screw back into place. It's also handy to have a small flathead screwdriver so that you can finish tightening this up once they are all in place. In this case, they have included the pink, which is about a 1200 grit, or the same as pumice. So this is going to give you a little finer surface, but they do come in grits from 36 all the way up to 14,000, which is also like 1 micron. Moving over to the left, we have various grinding stones that we can use. They are going to be used with a similar mandrel, where again it has the screw top. You would just insert that into your hole. They also include at least 1 felt buff, and they have a muslin buff that is currently mounted. They will also include at least 1 type of a brush, and in this case we have 3 different brushes. So we have a round brush, we have an end brush, and we also have a cup brush. Another part of my favorites of the accessories are some more mounted wheels, and these are satin finishers. And I love these because it's kind of like a Scotch-Brite, but what it will do is really get in and give you that nice brushed finish. You will also receive a cutoff disc as well as a couple of different burrs in different sizes. So in this particular kit, I have 2 inverted cone burrs. One is so tiny you can barely tell that that's what it is. I have a drill bit as well as some round burrs. Now last but not least, they also include a 1 ounce tube of platinum white. Now this is a polishing compound that you're going to use as kind of a finish when you are done with all of your sanding and grinding. And again, it's meant to give you an idea of what can be used. Now, like I said, this kit is not necessarily meant for any specific purpose, but it is meant to give you a variety of tools so that as you begin to work, you might think, oh, I could probably use that tool. You can give it a try and see if it works for you. Maybe you need a different size, maybe you need a different grit, or maybe you just need a different tool altogether. Now, the AK11 kit can be purchased separately, or it can be purchased as part of your flex shaft jeweler's kit. And as I stated before, this kit will change from time to time. So if your kit doesn't look exactly like this, just know that that's because things have changed at one point or another. This is a very different kit from the kit that came with my Foredom flex shaft that I purchased 12 years ago. And I really like that they try to include some newer and more innovative items as well. And they try to come up with things that are going to be useful for you as a jeweler. If you have any questions or even suggestions of what you would like to see in a kit like this, please drop us a line. We'd be very interested to hear what you have to think.